Gemini, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. Celtic Cross, old school tarot. Really an excellent opportunity to deep dive on ourselves and see what's going on with us energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, the whole thing, right? So take what resonates, leave what does not. And if more than one energy pops up on this board today, then you reverse them as you see fit. But do keep in mind, Celtic Cross is really not about a them or they, all right? It's about us, all right? So there you go. Yes, it's normal to see influential energies all the time, but the point is that it really shouldn't take away from what you're doing or how you're learning about yourself. That being said, these are still general collective readings, not one-to-one private. There's a good chance you won't resonate at all. As frustrating as it is, and I know it is, it's all right. It's normal. Check your other placements. You'll find yourself in there somewhere. Okay? All right. What's going on, please, for Gemini? Show me Gemini. What's going on, please, for that Gemini collective? Show me Gemini. Okay, starting position, Six of Swords. That's always interesting when people open up with a transition. It always makes me curious, challenging. Two of Cups. Okay. Hovering, Ten of Wands. Experience beneath you. You have a practical sense of self. What you're leaving behind is the Devil. Poor attachments. False dependencies. Entering into a state of ending this. Okay, Ten of Swords. The Gemini I'm looking at, you should not be scared. It's scary, but you shouldn't be scared. You know. Gemini I'm looking at, It doesn't mean it's any easier, but you still know. Okay, your strengths, the fullness of your own particular heart, your environment. Yeah, I'd be emotionally detached from that too. Eight of Cups. Hopes and fears, the Empress. Am I doing the right thing? Am I empowering myself by making the best decision here? I can answer that for you right now. Yes. Outcome, Five of Pentacles, so shall it be. Honey, the sooner you're done answering this question, the sooner you can get on with your life. Okay. I know. It's like imagine driving your car at 80 miles an hour. You don't just want to throw up that handbrake, right? You want to slow down first, understand if you're seeing the red lights correctly, right? Are you obeying the stop signs? Have you done everything you needed to do? Because you don't want to just throw off that emergency brake unless you absolutely have to. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Yes. Yes. 100% yes. Yes. Okay. You are. And I just, it's not going to be that way. What's scary is how long you might have participated in this. Not exiting it. You're already kind of mentally drifting in that direction more than there's an acceptance of this and it hurts. What you're showing me is more like the pain of accepting it as opposed to actually doing the thing. That's what hurts the most, is accepting it. Not actually doing it. Calling it for what it is. That's the hard part. But it must be done, my love. This cannot continue. I mean, it could do. You already have a taste of what that's like if you keep this going, right? So what's the alternative, honey? Let's open up with that Six of Swords. I don't even know what the hell it is. Other than it's a lot of years, I believe years of accumulated pain, disappointment, and a really weird sense of, am I in this for the wrong reasons? Am I participating in the wrong reasons? Is it really that bad? Like I said, you don't just want to throw the emergency brake up. You want to make sure that you're pumping the brakes. That way you can see this situation carefully for what it is before you do what you need to do. And you have a beautiful heart that's navigating you. Okay. And I know you're worried about the Empress in terms of status. Am I doing the thing that's empowering me the most, or is this anti-empowerment? It's no. No. You got this. You just can't see the empowerment on the other side of it because you haven't cleared the hurdle yet. So why would you see the empowerment on the other side? You're still trying to jump this particular hurdle. Okay. So that's why you're not going to feel empowered yet. It's because you haven't cleared it. You haven't cleared the goal. You haven't cleared the obstacle. You're still like mid-jump. And it's scary, you know. Let's see that Six of Swords. Some of that Six of Swords, please. I don't mean to be breathing so heavy. It's a combination of environment, weather. Some of that Six of Swords, please. Some of that Six of Swords. Some of that Six of Swords. Some of that Six of Swords, please. Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Two of Swords. A lot of hesitation around this one because it's a soul bond type situation, Six of Cups. We've known this person for a long time. Even if you don't feel inherently that you two are soul bonded, and perhaps you are, and it turned into something twisted along the way, I don't know. You're saying you waited a long time for this soul bond situation that you're in to look different, to feel different, and it keeps not. It keeps not looking different or feeling different. It's like you're saying you don't recognize it anymore, and that's hard for you to admit. You know, it's like I've known this connection. I've been part of it. I've participated in it. I've been giving it emotional connectivity and spiritual connectivity for a long time, and it's hard for me to really mentally adopt that for one reason or another, it has to be left behind. And you waited a long time for it to look different and to feel different, specifically for it to look and feel like it used to. However, as you last recognized it, Six of Cups implies time, guys. Automatically, it's almost always old. And it feels different, except it hasn't felt like the Six of Cups you remember it to be in a long time. So even if it's not a soul bond, like I said, you've known them for a while. The expectations of how you see it, perceive it, interact with it have changed a great deal. And will it ever look and feel that way again? And you come back to the answer of probably not. So you've mentally started to drift. The air sign is showing me Six of Swords first is not a surprise. You mentally started to detach from this. Because just literally we're waiting and it doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same. Two of Cups, challenging, but we haven't completely parted ways with it. And see that Two of Cups is in the challenging, which we don't want in the challenge, you know. We want to know that our cups still measure up with somebody the same, especially if we've known them as long as I believe you have. It's like, tell me these cups still feel the same. Tell me we still feel the same about each other. And that question's not being answered so well, is it? Do I really feel this differently about you? Do you really feel this differently about me? And do we really feel this differently about each other? Because I've known you forever and a day. Right? Let's say that Two of Cups, please. We're not on the same page anymore. We drifted apart, literally, in this essence of them. When I'm looking at, say, you drifted apart, the very definition of that is right here. But it seems to go into a place that's not pretty. I've seen gentle drifting away. We're not alike anymore, and I can admit it, so can you. There's a lot of difficulty surrounding what looks like a very simple concept. Let's take a look at you. Four of Cups. Yeah, this is anti-same page energy. It's like it's so hard to bring it together in a way that's positive anymore. You're saying you're always disappointed. You two are never on the same page. You don't have what you would call relationship goals. And again, it doesn't have to be spouse or romantic partner. You know, you could have relationship goals with anybody you have a relationship with. And you say bringing it together in any way that's positive is the Three of Cups at best. It's really hard to get on the same page and then in that moment it feels celebratory with whomever this represents. You said it's been like this a long time. Seven of Pentacles. So not last night. Like I said, a long time. For some of you, 7 to upwards, 10 years or more. It's hard though. It's hard to kind of really accept the fact because it's here. The emotional disappointment's here. Two of Cups is in the challenging position. So even though you two don't emotionally harmonize anymore, you don't have the same relationship goals anymore, emotional goals, that's not there anymore. You're saying it's a challenge to just leave it behind. I know. You made that very clear on your opening. Six of Swords. Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Two of Swords. It's hard to leave this behind, but I also understand to some extent it's not going to go back to the way it was. Right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see that Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's an ongoing hardship, I have no doubt. And it weighs heavily on you. That's energy, the influential here. That's with you all day, every day. Most people don't see it. They'll experience it, but they don't have the words for it. They're not really sure, because you add that Ten of Wands up over a little bit every day. It doesn't seem like a lot, but then it's an ongoing dragging feeling that things are just heavy all the time. You know? Let's see that Ten of Wands, please. Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Some of you just dropped. Thinking about committing to a new offer. Okay. Want a strong spiritual essence and importance. Viable opportunity. When the Hierophant's signing off on an Ace of Pentacles like that, that means he's taking it seriously. It's crossed your mind before. Some of you, that represents a new job. Some of you represents that new way of life. Regardless, the commitment to stand by a solid investment for some of you. Let's see that Ten of Wands. Those of you see it as contract renewal, that it's your obligation. Let's see. What's going on? Show me that Ten of Wands, please. There's that Two of Cups again. And Six of Wands. Queen of Cups, like I said, it's a little bit every day. It wears on you a little bit more every day. This is how it used to feel. Okay. That Two of Cups, excuse me, that's here on the sideways. Big old mess. Okay. Not being on the same page. This is what it used to look like. Two of Cups, Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups. You drag that out over time where two people are no longer on the same page. It starts to wear on you more a little bit every day, even though you're not exactly sure why. Why does it feel heavy all the time? That heaviness didn't just start yesterday. That's why. This is what it used to look like, though. Okay? A beautiful lightness of being between two people who were very much harmonized and confident in each other's heart spaces. It felt good to be in each other's cups in just the right way. It felt warm and giving and generous and loving, doting, you know, supportive. And it got harder to access that every day. Okay. Let's see that Eight of Pentacles, please. Show me that Eight of Pentacles. Show me that Eight of Pentacles. Show me that Eight of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why you're reasonably hesitating, is because you can very much remember how it used to be. And that's going to be enough to stay anybody's hand, because I say it all the time, you work with the present, not the past. You know, the past cannot help you with the present. It can give you an idea of what you can get back to if two people are willing to work through it. You know? And sometimes it also represents what you can't get back to, because that's not where either one of you is anymore or wants to be. Okay, that created a little triangle effect here. Devil, Ten of Swords. Okay. Exiting is the Devil. What is exiting, Gemini, honey, if you can believe it, is your fear of the ending. That's exiting. You've worked through endings before. You're experienced with it. Painful ones. Not simple ones, painful ones. And saying you've been through it before, something like it. Where you know that what's really keeping you in play is fear of endings. I said you've been through it before. People can be so terrified of endings that they will completely forsake their present, never mind their future. You've been through that before. You don't want to do that again, do you? Be in that position. I'm terrified to end this, but if I keep it going, what is my future going to look like in that particular vein? Christina, well, you tell me, honey. I don't tell you. You tell me. Your energy tells me what's up. I just know you've been through it before. And I don't just mean, oh, I dated this person for like 2 weeks and then it was like, oh, a little bit more substantial than that. You're terrified of endings that have strong consequences because they represent time, energy, and effort spent. The Eight of Pentacles. Stuff that you put a lot of yourself into. And yeah, you're going to become fearful of endings on a deep way. Yeah. But if you can believe it, that devil that might have held you back in the past and probably wasted more time in your life than perhaps you want to admit to yourself, I don't blame you. That's exiting. He's losing his sway over this situation. Because even though you've worked through difficult endings that you were afraid of in the past, that fear's coming down, and look what's before you in your future, the very thing that you were terrified of. How strong that devil is depends entirely on how much you feed him. If you are very terrified of endings and being on your own and the consequences that stand as such, then you will never see or embrace the possibility of a future beyond what your two eyeballs can look at. So that's not this Gemini. Okay. You've been through that before, and you came back with it wasn't worth waiting. You're correct. Oh, excuse me. I got the sniffles. Show me that devil, please. I don't want to stay there too long. You've already kind of showed me what's up and what's receding. It's hard for you to acclimate to. I know. But you're more equipped to deal with it this time. Okay? Okay. The Tower, the Moon, the Hanged Man. That sense of hesitation, uncontrollable fears, worst case scenarios, exiting. I have never seen something that simple and so wonderful over such a major concept. It's like the devil you know. You're like, yeah, I'm familiar with that devil. I'm working through it. And a big part of that is accepting the situation for what it is and not what it used to be. I still struggle with it. But I understand the biggest reason why I hesitate and hang back is because I have a fear to end things with substantial consequences. Who wouldn't? No one's going to blame me for that. But you understand that there's a point where fear runs out of control, and it will keep you in a situation that you probably shouldn't be in, and then therefore keeps you from the future that's yours. Being able to distinguish between the past, present, and future, and not just see them as ongoing endless credits. You ever seen one of those movies, and it's okay, but for some reason there's like 10 minutes or more of credits, and the movie was maybe mediocre. I don't know about you, but life is way too short for mediocre movies, even if I've paid to see it at the theaters. I'll leave. If it's boring, I've seen it 1,000 times, it's just being remade. How many times can you tell a Cinderella story? Apparently a lot. There's like over 20 Cinderella stories retold. You know, it doesn't matter. If it's not engaging, it's not engaging. I leave, right? I just won't suffer for it. Never mind 10, 15 plus extra minutes of credits. My point is, honey, you already know how this movie's going to end. Don't hang around for the credits, because that's taking another 10, 15 minutes or years off your life when you already know how it's going to roll. The Tower of the Moon, the Hanged Man. Like, no matter how scary this is, it's better than continuing it. I cannot allow my fears to run amok in this situation or dictate my actions. Saying that shit won't happen again. The Tower, the Moon, the Hanged Man. You will not allow this to speak in your ear and whisper those scary honeyed words to keep you in check or keep you in play. You're not going to do that. It's like, I will never go through whatever it is you went through. You tell me you have experience with this. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is on the exit. I will not fall prey to fears, overblown fears. Okay? I will not allow myself to stay over worst case scenarios. I won't do it. Ten of Swords. Let's see that Ten of Swords, please. Show me that Ten of Swords. Show me that Ten of Swords, please. Show me that Ten of Swords. Show me that Ten of Swords, please. The Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the ending in time. You were wondering over here with the Emperor and Empress, they both embody empowerment in this situation. Okay. Self-empowerment specifically. You know what it's like to choose the other road. You choose this other option. Okay. You're at a crossroads. Choose the other one. It's a form of empowerment. You will see that in time and you will heal from this very quickly. Okay. Once you trigger the ending, you're showing me remarkable. I know that this was correct. You're very proud of yourself that you didn't fall to old concerns and fears, etc., patterns. You're glad you chose the other way. The Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit. Experience has taught you that to kind of meet these endings where they are, and I agree, is a form of empowerment, and that you will heal from it sooner rather than later than continue to give to it based on fear. It costs you more to continue to feed something or a situation or relationship or job, whatever it is, based on fear, than to choose something else, anything else. You pay for it in ways you couldn't even begin to understand. You're saying you won't pay your way down that road anymore. Good. This is really good. High levels of empowerment here. This is what I have to do. And I know that there's a sigh in your heart. I see it. It's a very strong sigh. What you shared with this person looked like simple, balanced connectivity that you both took confidence in. And it was loving. What happened to it along the way, how it transpired into what it did, the way it did. All I have from you was that it took time growing into emotional disparity where you're both disappointed constantly, every day. I just know that you have previous experience with major endings and you fear them. But you're not allowing that fear to get in the way of what it is you need to do. And that's what I always advocate for people, is that I need you to do what you need to do. That way you can live your best life and with confidence take ownership of it. That way you don't hesitate any more than you have to. And that's the power of knowing thyself. Okay? Let's jump on over here to that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups is your strengths. So that was you, eh? Right there. You always took pride in this, what looks like a very simple love bond, and had confidence in it. You had confidence and love for it. I know. You had a very simple, clean heart space for this. That part you know is true. Okay? But you also say, I will never fall privy to a drug out ending ever again that takes forever to clear up. That's a pattern, and that was done out of fear. If I love myself, I see it for what it is, and I will exit. I will be self-empowered, and you will begin to heal almost immediately. That's how I know endings are correct, is when people show me healing right afterwards or an expanded heart space. You showed me both. Okay. This bridge is upcoming. It has yet to be for some of you. Given that the Wheel of Fortune is there, you will not feel empowered to make this choice. And I have to say it, for some of you, not till about a year or so from now. That's for some of you, not all of you. Your bridge between what's going on in the future has a time allotment. Okay. For others of you, you gave this a year, and the ending is upon you. Okay. Nine of Cups, the Sun, and Queen of Swords. You know how to love you. Good. You know how to love you. You do. There you are. Queen of Swords, the Sun, the Nine of Cups. Literally, this is the definition of I'm responsible for making me happy. Not other people, me. And if I can't love myself first and know what it is I need to do, I'm not going to be able to love anyone else properly either. Self-love, you understand, is a healthy thing, and it's a good thing. and that sometimes you have to prioritize yourself in order to understand what's right for you. Okay. And that's what you've been doing this whole time. You're very advanced here. You're a very developed Gemini. Okay. Full credit to this. You have a beautiful heart space. You have a strong sense of how to love yourself and what love isn't, and recognizing it for what it is. Okay. 8 of Cups in the environment. I'm glad to see that you love yourself. And if your environment had stayed the same, where it was still emotionally supportive, so on and so forth, I wouldn't be seeing this. So remember that, because the 8 of Cups is here in your environment. Okay. Show me that 8 of Cups, please. Show me that 8 of Cups. Show me that 8 of Cups. The Hermit. Oh, gosh, so much healing. Yes, that strong healing components in you. Specifically, experience. Temperance is more internal, and it is lovely. But the Hermit is more external. In terms of experience, this is how I heal. I look back on my life. I see where I came from. I've accumulated all this experience, and this is how it all ties together. And that in and of itself can be very healing and restorative. Somebody who relies on their experience and being able to turn back and look at it objectively and say, this is what was right and this wasn't what was not right. And this is how it applied to me. This is how I participated. This is what I learned from it. Yeah, you have such strong insight. And oh my goodness, look at you. Look at you. You very much want to get back to some really heavy earth in your chart. Very heavy. It's beautiful too. They're all here. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And then we also, the other ones, just consistently, I'm saying it that way. When it came to the situation, you were all water, you were all heart. All heart. Particularly Cancerian energy, some of you might have. Until it wasn't. Then you remembered you had an obligation to love yourself. Okay? And that really is the driving force behind doing what's right here. And in your environment, you're saying, I don't want it to be this way. I don't want to be an 8 of Cups. I don't want to be emotionally detached. I don't want to feel hollow on the inside. I want to feel my life and everything that it affords me. So in time, as you continue to completely walk away from this, you become stronger. You are. Your environment specifically becomes stronger. And how you see yourself, how you love and nurture and care for yourself is here. And you have a driving force in you. I can't quite see it, but you're saying your environment must change. That this is not how you're trying to live life. Emotionally detached. I see you going somewhere. Your environment seems to be rooted. In other words, it's established. That doesn't confuse you at all. I'm not seeing any confusion. Your emotional strength has picked up from being absent to being on point. Your heart's trying to go somewhere. I'm very curious about where it's trying to go. The Empress. Show me that Empress, please. Show me the Empress. Good. Wanting to get back into an emotionally stable environment, but supportive, loving, and nurturing. There's a strong desire there to establish this in your life again. Real quality, loving support. Like, go get him, tiger, but, bigger. It's like that. Show me this Empress, please. Show me this Empress, show me this Empress, show me this Empress. You look great, though. I know you don't see it yet. I don't know how long it's going to take for your Emperor to stand by this decision of finality. Okay, I just know that when you do, things start to turn for you beautifully. It's the opposite of this. Yeah. Stop giving that devil a mouthpiece, literally. All the fears, all the garbage. You stop giving it a mouthpiece. Therefore, it can't talk to you. Okay, the person whom you're separating from. They feel that it's the empowering thing to do to stay in this and fight. that is kind of animate. They are not accepting this very well, or you're afraid that they're not going to accept this very well. I do see an offer of peace or healing from this person. This is someone who has, I believe, a lot of credibility in our life. The person essentially we're likely parting ways from. They're going to kind of insist that we fix things and work through them. They recognize the Ten of Wands. They recognize the Five of Pentacles, but they're also saying Temperance. I think part of you is afraid that they will do that, that they might be insistent. If you have indeed made up your mind, then you've made up your mind. Okay? But yeah, I don't see it happening. Okay? They want to know if they can heal through the break. I think your biggest concern there is what they hope for is what you fear. I don't know that they're a bad person. I just know that the drifting is such is that I'm not really sure what they're fighting for either, to be honest. Perhaps it's out of a sense of obligation to fix things. I don't know. But neither one of you is on the same page, and you haven't been for a long time. And that in and of itself isn't necessarily the reason to leave. I'm just saying if you wanted to stay around or stick around and work on things and heal and put work into this, you would have done. So it's almost like it's a bit of a protest. It's a little too late. I'm not sure what that last pitch effort is. Like I said, I think it's something you fear and that they hope for. I don't think you want to. I know you don't. Okay? And so here's the Five of Pentacles again is in the outcome. Okay. You showed me rapid growth once you have gained your freedom. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Two of Swords. You're not convinced that you can even be friends with this. I have to agree. Friendship wouldn't look like this. Okay. Fragmented and confusing. You don't know how to approach it. Okay. So by the time I see you down here in your environment where you're feeling things strongly again for yourself and hope for your future and that you have a particular direction and drive, I'm not sure what your heart's seeking out. I just know that it is. Okay, because you look pretty settled. You look pretty settled. And I love that you love yourself first. That's wonderful. But towards the end there, Five of Pentacles, this person showing me Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, etc. You're like, I don't know that we can be friends. I agree. Because what they're asking for isn't friendship. They're asking for a full, let's connect up, let's mend our ways, let's fix our brokenness. It seems like it's very late after the fact for that. Like I said, if two people wanted to fix on things prior to that, you would both know by now. Okay? Sometimes there's a history of two people trying, sometimes there isn't. But the emotional drift is such that you can't even question being friends with you can't even give an answer to the question of being friends with this because you're like, I don't even know if I can be friends with this. And that's actually what I see you telling them. Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. I don't even know what that would look like. And that's because what they're asking for isn't friendship. They want a full mending. I think we're a little bit beyond that particular tipping point. You know what I mean? Okay. I think we're a little beyond that tipping point. I see you kind of standing by your decision to separate, and you feel really good. Because you know it's correct. I see you declining friendship with this. You're parting ways with even that construct because you just don't see how it's possible. And besides, I think you know it's not what they're asking for. That could be a motivation. Not saying it's not. Poverty may not necessarily be in coin, just the idea of deprivation or having to do without. Again, pentacle, time, energy, effort, not just money. Feeling impoverished, that they have to do without, okay, your presence in their life, time, energy, and effort, feeling impoverished, vulnerable, alone. The thing is, the way you two emotionally disconnected in the home. Also, fear of losing the home. Okay, that kind of thing. Having to do without, particularly here, lack of security. So here we have the vulnerability of a child, but with a home. Okay, I'm feeling vulnerable about my status and my place. It's separated. So that's a little bit more of what about me energy. And that's fine. We all have self-interest, okay? But that doesn't go back to fixing the original equation, which is you and I have drifted so far apart. It's like there's no expectation here to fix it or be part of it. We shouldn't be expected to stay in each other's lives because you're afraid to separate. That's something you've already dealt with, okay? That's what I'm saying. Have no expectations regarding communication. Messages are in reverse. You don't want to communicate or connect with this anymore. You can't see it as being viable. And that's because you're right. They want more. They want the benefits of connectivity, I believe, but without the emotional connection behind it. That's what I'm saying. You should have no expectations of messages or communication from me. Okay. I am kind of inclined to agree. This one was powerful, but very much on point with I need to do what I need to do. I particularly find your devil exiting admirable because with it goes along all the fears of this, that, and the other. This, you're like, all that. I've been through this before. You're saying I know how to recognize it. Horse, the freedom, taking action towards your own particular freedom. The horse, yeah, I would say so. I would say so. The wheel, as we have endings, so too do we have beginnings. Yeah, I know. I started to see there towards the end as you felt better about reestablishing your own particular environment on your own. You looked great. You looked healthy. I saw your heart trying to point in a direction, and then they're like, Gemini, wait, don't forget me. And you're like, no, that's the whole point. I'm trying to move on with my life. You see, we see it as fears running wild, or it's just unfulfilling. It won't fulfill a promise. It's unproductive. The rabbit's in reverse. I don't want to feed those fears anymore. I'm tired of chasing this. It's not productive because the rabbit is, the representation of fertility or productivity. It's like, this is anti-productive. This is not fulfilling. What are we doing? So I see a lot of independence on your side to take action and go in your own particular way. Gemini, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.